Hey guys, welcome back to another video at Jensen's Reptiles. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about the substrate that I use in my more tropical enclosures. So talking about the boas and some of the pythons. So I've just done a clean out in Zeke's enclosure, so he's got nice fresh substrate in, so I thought it was the perfect time to show you. So this substrate is a mix of Tropi Chip, which is just coconut fibre. It's also some Lucky Reptile jungle bedding in here as well, some jungle moss, and also some eco earth. So all of that mixed together, sprayed down with some water, it absorbs all of that moisture, and then you've got this fantastic slow release humidity. So I'll just show you each of those items on their own so you can see what they look like. So this one here is the Tropi Chip. As I said, it's a coconut fibre, but it's got full pieces in there. So really nice and natural, and holds humidity really well. One thing to say, it is super dusty when you first start using it, so have a spray bottle on hand, and that way you won't get a load of dust up your nose like I've done today. This is the Lucky Reptile jungle bedding. On its own, it is really dark, but again, holds humidity really well. This is a bit more moist actually, so if you want to go for a higher humidity, you can use more of that. Then we've got Eco Earth, which most of you have probably seen or used before. Super easy to get your hands on. Again, that is coconut fibre as well, or coir. Works really nicely, but also can get quite dusty when it dries out. So what you want to do when using this in an enclosure is when you spray down, you want to get your hands in and mix it up as well, so you don't have a dusty dry layer on the bottom. And lastly, some nice green moss. So we buy this in the dried packs and then just hydrate it with some water. You've got some nice soft fluffy moss to distribute. We put quite a lot of this in at least one of the hides in the enclosure, and that way you've got yourself a bit of a humid hide, so when you're snake shedding, you give it an extra spray down. It's going to hold humidity better without them sitting on a damp patch, which is super. So all of those mixed together, and you've got the substrate that I use here. So it looks really natural. I love the look of it. And as I said, it works great for the more tropical species. So for Zeke, it's perfect. For my rainbow boa Skittles, I'd probably use a bit more of the jungle bedding just to boost that humidity for her. And for the royal pythons, more of the cocoa fibre than the jungle bedding, as they don't need it as humid. So let's get Zeke back in and see what he thinks. So far so good. He seems to be happy to go back in. Off he goes. I think already Zeke is getting too big for this 8-foot enclosure, because he is nearly 8 foot himself. But yeah, so as far as the substrate goes, that's the mix that I'm using at the moment. If you have any questions about it, just drop them in the comments below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible.